Sign up today for a 7-day free trial at alerts.chartguys.com. Before we get into the technical analysis, got to give a shout out again to ChartGuys member Julian with his YouTube page, Kinetic Crypto. I don't go over the fundamental news, and he does. So if you're looking for a more balanced, rounded version of what's going on in the crypto space, I got your technicals covered. Julian's got your fundamentals covered, and he just put out a video a day ago with some recent news. So Kinetic Crypto, check it out. Give him a follow. Much appreciated. Hey crypto friends, checking in. It's been a little while. The MJ space has been exploding with volatility and opportunity, so that's where my attention has been. And if you're interested in that, again, check out the crypto to stocks video that I made. It's on our YouTube channel. But we have bears in complete control of the crypto space, and that's been the case for a while now. The 12-hour time frame has been our guide. Every single bounce has given us a 12-hour lower high. Here it is on Bitcoin, just very clear, lower high. I mean, we can look back the last 2 weeks of action, over 2 weeks, and it has not changed from every bounce being a lower high and rejecting from exponential resistance. So now we've gotten to a point where I have had orders fill. So the setup was I have no interest in the cryptocurrency space as I am only trading bullish, and that has gone well for the last couple years, hitting my goals each year. But if you're playing bearish, you're looking for entries on lower highs. I'm playing bullish right now because I'm playing off of 7,300 support, and I had orders fill between 7,600 and 7,400, and I've got an average at right about 7,500, low 7,500s is my average right now. So what I'm going to be looking to do is sell half of my position on this hourly lower high and put my stop below 7,300, which means I will get a small loss if I'm stopped out, because if I sell $100 above my break even, then I drop the remaining position, break even $100. So I'd be risking a small amount, less than 2%, and hoping that the 12-hour oversold bounce gets going. This is the most oversold that the 12-hour RSI has been since our weekly bear break of 9,000 took place, and that flush occurred. So this was a move that took place with a 40% spike up on very short-term time frames. A day, we pretty much went 40%. And as soon as we broke this tightening range bearish under 89.50, we had no support established. And it's been very easy for the bears to just stair step right back down to where we came from. Has our monthly high or low been set? Doesn't look likely. We need a weekly trend change. And at this point, the bulls are just hoping best case scenario is a weekly equilibrium with our low and high on the same candle. And now we have to hold 7,300 for a higher low. If that breaks, then we say, nope, monthly higher low is not set. And that monthly higher low could form anywhere between here and 3,000. We're looking for a higher low compared to 3,100. So the more we pull back, the longer term, in my opinion, we will stay within this monthly equilibrium. And we've already talked about how we could potentially be in this tightening range into mid-2020. The cryptocurrency space may see volatility dry up significantly for the next 6 months. And once we have that higher low set on the monthly time frame, we'll get a good gauge of how much range we have to play with. But again, anticipating that we may see a drop in volatility means looking for opportunity elsewhere rather than trying to find the same opportunity in a highly volatile environment when that environment is no longer highly volatile, which is a great way to give back profit. So where we stand right now, short term, it's all about 7,300. If this inside bar breaks bullish on the 4-hour time frame, we're just looking for a 4-hour lower high to form with our 4-hour exponential resistance. And again, 12-hour time frame will be my guide from here on out with the exponential resistance. And I know the bulls prove absolutely nothing until we change the 12-hour trend and get over the 12-hour exponential resistance. So big picture, key support test. If it does not hold, the bears have a lot of follow through. You better believe that there's bears waiting for a 4-hour lower high entry, for a 12-hour lower high entry. There's bears already riding positions that have had no reason to cover. So it's just a favorable bearish environment in the short term. ETH, the equilibrium broke bearish back at 182. We bear flagged and then saw huge follow through. So a clear bear break without a whole bunch of follow through, but patient bears reaping the rewards right now. Clear playoff of 153 support so far is holding. So that's the good thing about this dump is we do have support levels where we could establish orders right near those support levels and then put stops underneath them. And so far they are holding. on this bounce. 4 hour, if the inside bar breaks bullish, we look for the 4 hour lower high. And again, the ETH 12 hour time frame has been a very clear downtrend as well. Ever since 194.60, we had a 12 hour equilibrium. There's the bear break, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Along with that, the ETH BTC pairing has lost the daily uptrend, which means the weekly equilibrium is now the setup that we are watching, where we have the low, high of the bounce, our higher low was set, we failed to break resistance, and now we're going to look to see, can the bulls hold 1891 to stay in this weekly tightening range? And this will be key to be watching for the rest of the year, because if it does break bullish, it will certainly have our attention as the first bull break of this weekly pattern, first trend change in a very long time, multiple years. Litecoin also had a bear break, lower high, lower low. Again, just very easy for the bears at this point. We held support by less than $1 and a solid bounce off of that level. 4 hour, we're scouting a lower high. 12 hour time frame, clear lower high pattern for the last 2 weeks as our guide. LTC BTC. So we are in a daily downtrend of lower highs and lower lows, which means weekly consolidation is underway, and we're looking for a weekly higher low to try and form. Compared to 5991, we have to hold 5991 and break 7474 to change the weekly trend. Otherwise, Bitcoin will continue to be a better play than Litecoin as long as we are in this weekly downtrend. XRP has been an easy short. So this was one I posted in the chat room where we saw this bounce taking place and we said, watch for the 12-hour lower high, watch 12-hour exponential resistance. We rejected right from it at 259, and then we dropped down to a lower low to 236, and a very solid 7%, 8% possibility. Even if you only make half of that move, you're getting 4% on that lower high and lower low. So the same thing, 4-hour lower highs, 12-hour lower highs, I should say, extremely clear. Exponential resistance, very clear as well. Weekly time frame is now heading back down. 212 is the only nearby support. XRP is the lead bear out of all the names that we cover. That's been the case for quite some time. BNB is in a free fall here, almost oversold on the daily. Weekly consolidation very clearly underway. There's a playoff of 1612 support. We bounced above that support by 22 cents. Again, just looking for the 4-hour lower high. Every single bounce is a 4-hour lower high, rejecting from exponential resistance over the last week. And we're going to look for that to continue on this oversold bounce, at least initially. NEO. So NEO has now a little daily bear flag into a lower low. The weekly time frame is the range to be watching, in my opinion, because actually I like the 3-day chart if we're going to open it up a little bit to make it more clear. So I'm looking at the high, low of the pullback, double top, and now the bulls must hold 10-12. There's a potential playoff of that 10-12 support, and we just bounced off of 10.57, still a ways away. But again, pull up the 12-hour chart. The lower highs are very clear, and that has to change for any shift in momentum to be taking place in the cryptocurrency space. Link USD is also giving back a lot of this bull move. Weekly consolidation is now underway. We have not formed a weekly higher low since 144 on Link USD. So momentum has shifted from the high, and now the question is, how much pullback are we going to see? Any bounce on the daily time frame under 316 will be a daily lower high, and it's worth scouting for that bounce to get ready because of how extreme this pullback has been without any bounce resistance on the 12-hour 280. So the moral of the story of this video is 12-hour time frame has the most clarity. The bears are extremely comfortable at this point, riding those lower highs and those exponential resistances. There are a few clear support plays in play here. Binance has one, Ethereum had one, Bitcoin had one, and at this point we will just be looking for lower highs to form on this bounce. There's no kind of massive bull volume or anything to make us look for anything else, and we will be patiently waiting for a change in momentum on the 12-hour time frame before we're expecting the bulls to give us any kind of follow-through on any of these bounces. So congrats to the bears. They are very comfortable at this point, and perhaps they will cover when those 12-hour lower highs break. And until then, they will keep their complete control in this space at this point. So we'll check in if we do see some shifts on the 12-hour time frame. I hope you are well out there. Continue to do good things. We'll end it with a little bird feeder action. That's what I get to look at. Straight ahead behind my desk right now, I'm staring at it. Lots of cardinals and chipmunks and squirrels and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you all next time.